Hey everyone, welcome to the Comic Artist Pro Secrets channel. I'm your host and your artist buddy Ethan Van Sciver from DC Comics, and today we're going to I'm going to teach you how to draw the Joker. How's that? Now, I'm not necessarily known as a Batman artist, but I can Gotham with the best of them. Here's a Joker that I did for the Wonder Woman Sensation Comics #1 special. And then also, more recently, here's all three Jokers on the cover of the DC Rebirth #1 special. I think it's the third printing. I think that's supposed to be Gentleman Joker, and then the Bolin Joker, and then the Greg Capullo Joker. So listen, I've drawn the Joker, and I'm going to do it again right now with you guys. Now, let's just use pencil, okay? I don't want to go to inks this time. Let's just do some sketching and chill and relax. I think I've told you before, all drawings of heads should begin with a skull in mind. And, you know, a skull is basically just a kind of light bulb shape. That's what you start with. That's the basic shape of a skull right here, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing that we did before. Now, I like the Joker looking down. Again, I feel bad because the Dawnbreaker drawing that we did had the same kind of tilted downward gaze looking up at you. But for the Joker, that kind of thing works really, really well. And we're going to be conscious of his placement of his eye sockets here. Just indicate them. And look at this. Already he's got a kind of scowly kind of demeanor. Very pointy nose. At least the way Brian Bolin draws him. And most artists draw him that way. I think it comes from his original depiction on that playing card. Okay. So here's where we're at. We've got this nice, look at this kind of skull Punisher kind of shape here. We've worked the cheekbones and the lines of the cheek. These are the fatty deposits of the cheek that happen when you smile. They all get bunched up here, okay? And we're going to watch the distances. Watch the distances between here and here. And since we're looking at a head-on shot, try to make sure that they measure up. All right. And roughly, this is where his chin is going to be. Okay, so we know that down here. Joker has an extra long chin. Most people draw him that way. I mean, you can draw him however you want. He's not real. But as but as long as he looks like the Joker, however you do it, that is just fine. That's up to you. So we always start, when we're drawing a scowling character, we always start at the 11s. And those are the lines that are made when someone's brow is furrowed. The Joker has arching eyebrows. They're rather sinister. In fact, Sinestro has very similar eyebrows. And they're going to kind of get a little out of control up here at the corner. Come back down again. Okay. We'll do the same thing on this side. Try to make it symmetrical in this case. I mean, more or less, you know, the eyebrows don't have to be I mean, they should just kind of, they shouldn't exactly match, you know, stroke for stroke, but they should be around the same size. And that's fairly close, I think. I don't know. This one's arching up a little bit too much, but that's okay. We can work with that. So here's the thing about Joker's eyes. I mean, they bulge. I always tell people, if you're talking to someone and they're staring at you intently, okay, we're drawing the top lid here, and they're staring at you intently, and you can see the white of their eyes above the pupil, and below the pupil. They're crazy. You should stay away from them, especially if they show interest in you, too much interest in you. They're gonna boil your bunny. Well, I saw it in the movie. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. So I'm going to show the Joker's entire pupil here. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Now this underlid is a little more rounded than the top lid is. The top lid is kind of bunched up a little bit there, okay? But the bottom lid is going to be rounded. We'll give him some nice little eyelashes. Make him pretty. Okay, we'll do the same thing on this side. Again, watching our distances. Remember what I tell you about drawing, and that is that so much of drawing is just making tiny measurements in your head all the time. Just measuring distances between things. Rounder on the bottom here. And we're going to go ahead and put the pupil, and we're going to bring that around. Nice circle. Let's see. And then we're going to just add a little more darkness to that. Give him his lid. Give him an underbag here. These are laugh lines. You could tell also when someone is really smiling or if they're faking it by the lines under their eyes. Those come naturally when you're really smiling with your heart. Some people smile with their mouths and not their eyes. Their eyes don't get involved. Those people are sociopaths, or they just are just faking it. They're not happy to see you. I always try to give everyone a big smile. Let's see. How's that look? All right, so now we're going to come down. Oh, let's give him eyelashes here. I forgot. Now we're going to come down to the nose, and we're going to break the nose into 3 parts. Obviously, here we've got this side and this side, and then we've got the tip, and we'll kind of square off the tip a little bit at the bottom. Okay, like so. Bring these around. Now, because he's kind of scowling, like he's sneering in his smile. It's not a nice smile. He's evil. He wants to hurt you. And all that energy is tensing up his the bridge of his nose. So we'll draw a line right here. We'll draw little lines here. Just snarly kind of lines. Shaped kind of like sideways S's. Bring down this one side of the nose here. Okay, and we're going to work our way right into the mouth. Now, yesterday I was talking about teeth and where to put them. So we're going to start right here. It really helps to understand the shape of the different teeth in your mouth. These front two are going to be a little bit more square. These are going to kind of mirror those front two, but just be it's a little bit shorter, this tooth. And then you have the canine. And the canine is where this, they're kind of fangs, but you can emphasize the evil or the ferocious nature of a villain by giving him slightly pointy canines like this. All right. And then right about here is where the teeth recede to the back of the mouth and you can't really see them anymore. All right, so we'll come down and we'll bring his mouth to a little point right there. Wheel it back around. Do the same thing. All right, and these are his gums. Like that. And we're going to give him a lip. start here at the corner of the mouth, and we're going to be thin, 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 following the mouth and getting wider and wider until we get here. Then we make our little heart shape kind of thing. We'll come back around this side, thin, 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 thicker as we go, just ever so slightly. It's all very subtle. And there we go, there's his top lip. Now, from this point, we can either have him sneering, like with his teeth closed, or we can have him open, like he's laughing. We can see his tongue and everything. I really like it when he's just smiling with his mouth closed, so that's what we're gonna do here. If you ask me to, we'll do another Joker lesson with his mouth open. Hopefully I'll be doing this channel for a long time, and we'll all get to know each other. We'll do plenty of drawings together. Again, same thing, the bottom teeth kind of echo the top teeth, but you'll see how these canines fit inside. These bottom canines, I don't know what they're called, but they fit inside these top canines, okay? So everything kind of fits together like that. He has a little bit, like his upper jaw comes down over his lower jaw, so these teeth are just going to get tucked under, like so. Okay, we got a nice smile there. Black, black, black. Look at that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and draw another line here. And we're going to show a little bit more lower gum here because he's tilted downward, and therefore you will be able to see inside of his lower lip a little bit more than you are his upper lip. Does that make sense? Okay. Black, black, black. There, look at that. It already looks like the Joker, doesn't it? Let's give him a nice, slightly fatter lower lip than his upper lip. Lower lips are slightly more juicy. All right, here we go. A little thickness. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in his cheeks that we've indicated. We kind of sketched those so we know where they were going to go. Look at that. All right, and then from here, see that? Let's get a little kind of divot there. This is where his kind of dimples would be. We'll pull down like that. Okay. Pull down on the other side. And then we'll give him laugh lines up here, okay? Just little crow's feet. Because why not? Then we're gonna come in right here, all right? And find this side of his chin. And we're gonna come down, we're gonna give him whatever kind of chin you want. I mean, you can give him a rounded chin. I'll give him kind of like a little bit of a cleft chin, but not too overt. You know, not a handsome cleft chin or anything. Just kind of, it's going to divot inwards like this. You can do what you like. And then we'll come down and we'll echo it on the other side here. All right. Those of you who are wondering, I'm using 3H lead in my lead holder. It's kind of hard. I prefer it. I prefer kind of harder leads to the soft leads, which are the B's. B's smear. H's are a lot tougher. Okay, so we're going to give him the cheeks here. Here are his outer cheekbones. And then we're going to come in a little bit as we find his temples. We're going to do the same on either side. And then we're going to come back out again to the crown of his head, the skull. Okay? Now, in here, this is going to be sideburn area. This is hair. But right over here, his ears. I give him little ears. I don't think the Joker's necessarily known for having funny or amusing or interesting ears. They're just there so he can hear Batman cry. He hopes. We'll do the same on this side. Watching your distance, you know. Making sure that everything lines up. All right. Now here's the crazy part. You can do whatever you want with his hair. You know, Joker has had several hairdos. You could even make him bald if you wanted to. You can shave his head. We're giving it a little pattern inside his ear there. A little anatomy. I'm not spending too much time on it. It doesn't matter. Okay, so what should we do with Joker's hair? Oh, first let's do some lines on his head. Let's give him some crazy like forehead, like because his eyebrows are up, a little bit like Jack Nicholson. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. All right, so we can do anything with his hair. I would like to do crazy hair. Okay, so let's start here, and let's say this is his kind of widow's peak area, and then we're just gonna have, whew, let's do random S shapes of hair. I think this is the kind of classic way to draw the Joker's hair. Comes down and over his face a little bit on either side. Really disorganized. Whatever you want to do, and then sweep it up. Let's go right over here. Go crazy. You're drawing the Joker after all. Get a little nuts. You want to get nuts? Look at this sideburn area. Let's get dark down here. Black, black, black. Okay. Can you see? Let me pull back a little bit. That's good. Okay. Up. And these are all kind of made with S's. See that? Just S shapes. That's how you do hair. You know, you can't think of hair as individual strands of hair. You think of them as chunks of shape. Okay, and we'll go into hair a little bit. I'll teach you a few lessons about drawing hair. Better hairstyles than the Joker's fashionable hairstyles. I'll teach you how to draw those. You just have to learn to see everything as a shape. Okay, there we go. There's our Joker, and then we can just take the side of the pencil like this and just be like, ha, ha, ha. Everything's funny to the Joker. I don't know what he's laughing about. Not everything's a joke. Oops, that's a joke, how I just broke my pencil. This, like I said, this is the advantage or the disadvantage of using a hard lead. It's not going to let you do too much cool sideways, side pencil stuff there. But boom, we got a Joker. Let's sign it with my patented signature of love. And we're done. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please subscribe, hit the bell. Leave me questions and comments and anything that you'd like to know below in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them all. I'll definitely read them. So thank you for joining me, and I'll be back a little bit later with another commentary of one of my old books. Bye.